Today I'm going to show you another great tool within the Microsoft Dynamics platform, Customer Voice. This allows us to create surveys, design them very intuitively, and deploy them to different stakeholders, whether that might be an internal staff member, it could be a prospective candidate, a vendor, or a customer, and all of that is fully integrated into 1Staff. And I'm going to show you what that is like in two videos. The first one is going to focus on how quick and easy it is to design and deploy these. The second one is actually going to show you what that's like to trigger that from candidate record for that particular user to use that on a mobile device and to capture that information. And what great analytics we get as a result, because we're not just tracking their responses, we're not just tracking their response rates, we're also tracking things like sentiment analysis and engagement. So what's that look like from a design viewpoint? Here I am in my 1Staff application. You can see I've got a typical dashboard monitoring goals, my timeline, my to-dos. I'm going to go to the left-hand bar and I'm just going to pick the surveys option. And this shows me the active surveys in progress at this moment in time. I've got a welcome survey from my fictional company, ABC Staffing, and I've got a progress survey, and that progress survey is sent out by text. Let's just drill down on the welcome survey itself. So this gives me details around what the questions are, and you can see I'm also tracking all the invites and the response rates on this particular form as well. Let's focus on the design. And I click this URL and this will take me to the Customer Voice Designer. I'm going to show you how intuitive this is. So this is the welcome survey, and this is very quick to customize, add text, brand. You can see as I move down through this particular section, I've incorporated a video, a message from the CEO. And I've got another few questions here. I've got one on overall satisfaction and a ranking on whether you'd recommend us to a colleague, and some questions on whether you'd strongly disagree or agree statements. And I can add new questions quite intuitively and easily here. If I can add a choice, a text, a rating. I could add net promoter score, a ranking, and I've got a post survey message. If I come up here to this customization bar, I can do more than that. I can create branching within my survey. I can personalize it. I can add different languages. I can create my branding and formatting. I can also design satisfaction metrics for things like customer sentiment and customer satisfaction. So I've designed the metrics, I've designed the questions, the content, the look and the feel, but I also need to determine how I'm going to send this survey. So I could send via email, for example. I've got lots of different templates I could use. I can embed survey questions. I can also use automation. So automation sits behind the scenes. It's part of the Power Platform. We can do all sorts of things to automate that process, get it triggered by a key activity, say in 1Staff. But I can also embed code. So here, for instance, I could take this text, send it to the developers. They could embed it on my website, for instance. Or I could take this link and put it on a SMS, for example, which I could send out to a candidate, which they could quickly touch, complete the survey, and I could even use a QR code. So a lot of flexibility there. As we've set some satisfaction metrics, we can actually monitor that from here as well. I can drill also to any particular survey to look at different responses and get a summarization of that. But just as a reminder, this is about designing the projects, and from here I can create new surveys, I can copy surveys, I can create different projects. So here, for instance, I've got my candidate surveys as one project, I've got staff surveys and customer feedback. So all of that really is around the design, but everything can be managed again back in 1Staff. But this is where things kick off. The survey can be triggered from a process within 1Staff. The results can flow back to the contact record, back to a dashboard. So I'm going to cover that in the second video. Thank you.